So speaking on that, like as a group right here, do we feel like individually is everybody good? You know what I'm saying? Like are we working on ourselves or feel like we need to work on anything internally or are we just focused on the goals right now?
Uh, I can speak for myself. I feel like I don't really take too much time to reflect on how I'm feeling, if not ever. And because I don't think it really matters. If I felt sad, cool. If I felt mad, cool. If I felt upset, cool. But what would it do? It wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't accomplish anything. If I do it too much, if I don't think about it or address it in any type of manner where it affects me, I can understand that. But even if I did, even if I felt really sad today, who gives a fuck? Nobody. Nobody gives a fuck. Your partner doesn't really give a fuck. Society doesn't give a really fuck. Especially for guys, nobody gives a fuck. So what do you do with that? Do you sit there and walk? Do you go ahead and just relax and do nothing when you're having those off days? No, obviously not. So I don't think too much about how I feel. I just go, 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 and then I've noticed that the more I'm pursuing goals, the more that I'm understanding, okay, what type of guy am I? I'm more of a high-driven guy. I need to be doing things. I need to have a constant goal on a consistent daily basis. If I don't have that, I don't feel good. So I just know what works for me, and I just keep doing what works for me.
You mind if I hop in super
Yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
And respectfully, I think it's that mindset that's killing us men. That mindset he's saying right there. A lot of men have that mindset. Right now, men die at early age than women. You get what I'm saying? Men right now believe that the mindset that no one gives a fuck. You get what I'm saying? And that's actually, I feel like, especially I could just speak for myself, I think that's a false narrative. And if you feel like no one gives a fuck, that puts you in an isolated place. And isolation is a huge ingredient to depression. You dig what I'm saying? And men right now suffer from mental health issues 3 times more than women. 4 times more than women. It's crazy right now if you look at the statistics and data. So if we're not, like, if you even look at what the fuck success looks like, you break it down according to Harvard Business Review, they say 85% of your success is going to be dictated off emotional intelligence and your personality. So if we're not taking time for ourselves to be self-reflective, we don't even know how people feel about our personality. We don't know if our communications are effective. We don't know if we have a good attitude. We all know someone that's super smart right now, but we won't fuck with them because they just got a shitty ass attitude and they lose out on so many opportunities, but they don't take the time to be like, yo, how am I coming off? Am I coming? That self-assessment. You dig what I'm saying? Every business owner should be self-assessing themselves because the only way that you're going to be successful is based off relationships. You get what I'm saying? So I do think, and no disrespect, my guy, but I do think we just got to be more self-reflective on our mindset because we're going to project that, and that's going to dictate our ability to be super successful in business and also our personal life.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if I can say something here.
Yeah.
As men, we're judged by our performance. That's it. So if we feel like shit and we're feeling sad, go to the fucking gym and lift weights. Improve yourself as a man. Build up your value. Say your woman broke up with you. Great. Get in the fucking gym. Go lift weights. Here's the thing. Have the mindset of no matter what happens, everything's good. There's this parable where with this Chinese farmer his kid breaks his leg. The whole town comes to him and they said, "Oh, how do you feel? Your kid broke your leg." He's like, "Good." Then his crops grow amazing lengths. Huge profits harvest. They're like, "Oh, that's amazing." He's like, "Good." No matter what happens to him, he embraces stoicism and just says, "Good." As in, he's not reactive. He's just taking it as it is, and he's doing the same thing that's going to get him to the successful place every single day. Here's the thing. When men are emotional, it's because shit hasn't been done yet. It's because you don't have control over something that you want to have be accomplished. So if you want to get out of that, bro, focus on what you need to get done and get that shit done and perform. So,
What happens when you take the work away though? Like who are you after that?
well, why take the work away?
Well, I think in this discussion and just kind of like seeing where everybody's at, it feels like a lot of times us men we use our status to mask who we are, how we feel and stuff like that. Like
Right,
we
but like the thing is, not to cut you
nah,
off,
go ahead.
how we feel doesn't change anything. We are literally judged by what we're able to accomplish as a man. That's how society's going to feel. So as men, it's up to us to figure out those inner things. and fix them. And that's by doing small things every single day. Writing a to-do list and getting every single thing done and doing and following through on what you say you're going to do. A lot of mental health comes from us saying, oh, I'm going to eat healthy and not doing it. A lot of mental health will be fixed if men made smaller steps. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and shit on the no. So I'm gonna take a shit today. Check it off the list. Okay, I'm gonna read 2 pages here of this book. Check it off the list. Giving ourselves small little goals and just following through on them and building up that internal credit and self-worth. And those small little win stacking adds up in the long run, like paying off your credit card every month, building that credit. Internally, that's how you fix it as a man over time. But if you're feeling like shit, bro, just get in the gym, get your money up, and work on yourself.
Do you think that like emotional intelligence or therapy, like what do you think about those things?
Hold on, I just want to add one quick thing. I was gonna say, right. So what he's saying is building yourself up to a certain extent where you feel like you're accomplished, right?
Yeah.
A lot of us feel like we are nothing because, to be honest, and a lot of people won't say it, but we are nothing, right? If you don't do anything with your life, then you are nothing. If you have lost your whole life, you are a loser, right? If you feel like a piece of shit, well, look at your life. What have you accomplished? If it's nothing, then hey, maybe you're a piece of shit. Do you cheat on your girl? Do you lie? Do you have no morals? Do you have no backbone? Do you stand for nothing? If those are all things that are yes, then yeah, you're probably a piece of shit. But that's okay, right? Because you can work on that. You can work on that. But I think, right, if we even talk about AA, right, when we talk about Alcoholics Anonymous,
Yeah.
what's the first step? Admitting there's a problem. So if you can't look in the mirror and be like, you know what, man? Yeah, I might be ugly, man. I might be fat. I might be broke. I might have no game. And yeah, that's probably why I feel like a piece of shit. Because I remember back in my day, man, I didn't feel the best back in the day when I was, skinny, when I didn't make any money, when I had no charisma. I couldn't even speak to girls without sweating. And I used to think, man, I feel like shit until I started working on things one thing at a time. And as things started to improve, right, I started to be able to speak game to women. I started to be able to make some money. I started to be able to do all these things. And I'm like, you know what? I feel really fucking good for some reason. And it's like, well, you wonder why. Because you went from zero to hero and you could do it all over a few years.